Leadership and learning are indispensable to each other. With great sadness, we share the loss of Dr. M.S. Swaminathan, a global leader in the field of green revolution. He has been called the main architect and the father of green revolution in India and has made invaluable contributions to the field of agricultural science. His father's involvement in the freedom movement and Mahatma Gandhi's influence inspired his passion for agricultural science. His groundbreaking research and tireless efforts have transformed the agricultural landscape of the country, bringing in decades of abundance and prosperity. Freedom from hunger has been the most fundamental difference that has helped independent India rise up the global economic hierarchy. This achievement is solely attributed to Dr. M.S. Swaminathan, who passed away on 28 September 2023. With that being said, on behalf of the entire academics fraternity, it would not be complete without showing gratitude for the agricultural pioneer whose contributions have reformed food security in India. Let us rise and observe a minute of silence in the remembrance of Dr. M.S. Swaminathan. Thank you. We now request our dignitaries to do a floral tribute and take their seats on the stage.
ஜெய் ஸ்ரீ கிருஷ்ணா. எப்பொருள் யார் யார்வாய் கேட்பினும் அப்பொருள் மெய்ப்பொருள் காண்பதறிவு. Good morning to one and all present here. I am delighted to welcome you all to the skill training program on emotional quotient versus intelligence quotient. Passion is the beginning of success. Correspondingly, prayer is the beginning of a successful event. So I request everyone to rise for Tamil Taivaltu followed by our college prayer.
सत्यपरं त्रिसत्यं सत्यस्य योनिहितं सत्ये सत्यस्य सत्यं हृतसत्यनेत्रं सत्यात्मकं त्वां शरणं प्रपन्नाः वाणी गुणान् कथने श्रवणो कथायां हस्तौ च कर्मसु मनस्तव पादयोर्नः स्मृत्यां शिरस्तव निवास जगत्प्रणामे दृष्टिस्ततां दर्शनेऽस्ति भवत्तनूनाम् नमो भगवते तस्मै कृष्णायाद्भुतकर्मणे रूपनामविभेदेन जगत्क्रीडति योऽयतः ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः.
I request the dignitaries to lead us in lighting the Kuthuvelakku. Now I request Saranya from 3rd BA Economics to formally welcome the gathering.
விடிந்த பொழுதில் முடிந்த கதையாய் துன்பங்கள் ஓடட்டும், இன்பங்கள் உங்களுக்கு கூடட்டும். இந்த அழகிய காலை உங்கள் அனைவருக்கும் இனிமையாய் அமையட்டும். அனைவருக்கும் என் இனிய காலை வணக்கம். இன்று முதுகலை மற்றும் ஆராய்ச்சி பொருளியல் துறை நடத்தும் ஸ்கில் ட்ரைனிங் ஆன் எமோஷனல் கோஷன்ட் வெர்சஸ் இன்டெலிஜென்ட் கோஷன்ட் நுண்ணறிவு மற்றும் உணர்ச்சி அளவிற்கான திறன் பயிற்சியை நடத்துவதில் பொருளியல் துறைக்கு மிகுந்த பெருமை அளிக்கிறது. நமது கல்லூரியின் செயலாளர் திரு அசோக்குமார் முந்த்ரா அவர்கள் திறன் பயிற்சி நிகழ்ச்சியை நடத்துவதற்கு அனுமதியும் வாழ்த்துக்களையும் அனுப்பியுள்ளார். மனங்களை ஆள்வது ஆளுமை அல்ல, மனங்களை வெல்வதுதான் ஆளுமை. அவ்வாறு நமது கல்லூரியை தனது சிறந்த ஆளுமை தன்மையுடன் வழிநடத்துவதில் வல்லவர் நமது கல்லூரி முதல்வர் முனைவர் கேப்டன் எஸ் சந்தோஷ் பாபு அவர்களை வருக வருக என்று வரவேற்கிறேன். எளிமையை பற்றி எழுதுவது எளிது,
எழுதியதை எடுத்து வாசிப்பதும் எளிது, ஆனால் வாசித்ததை போல் வாழ்வதே கடிது. அவ்வாறு எளிதில் அணுகவும் வழிகாட்டுதலில் ஆசானாகவும் விளங்குபவர் நமது பொருளியல் துறையின் தலைவர் பேராசிரியர் ஜே.பி. ஜெயதீப் அவர்களை மிகுந்த மகிழ்ச்சியுடன் வரவேற்கிறேன். இன்று சிறப்பு விருந்தினராக வருகை தந்திருக்கும் பேராசிரியர் முனைவர் ஆ. மலர்கொடி, உளவியல் துறை, மாநில கல்லூரி அவர்களை வரவேற்பதில் பெரும் மகிழ்ச்சி அடைகின்றேன். உலகில் 2 புனிதமான இடங்கள் உண்டு. ஒன்று தாயின் கருவறை, இன்னொன்று ஆசிரியரின் வகுப்பறை. கல்வி என்னும் பெருங்கடலில் இருந்து கரை சேர்ந்திடும் கலங்கரை விளக்கமானவர்களான எமது துறை பேராசிரியர்கள் அனைவரையும் வருக வருக என வரவேற்பதில் பெரும் மகிழ்ச்சி அடைகின்றேன். விதி 1000 கதவுகளை மூடினாலும் முயற்சி ஒரு ஜன்னலையாவது திறக்கும். முடங்கிவிடாதே, தொடர்ந்து முயற்சி செய். இக்கூற்றுக்கு இணங்க என்போல் மாணவர்கள் அனைவரும் ஒவ்வொரு நிகழ்ச்சியில் இருக்கும் உள்ளீடுகளை உள்வாங்கி தம் வாழ்க்கையை மேம்படுத்திக் கொள்ள அனைவரையும் வரவேற்கிறேன்.
Thank you, Saranya. Now I request our principal, Captain Dr. S. Santosh Babu sir, to deliver the presidential address.
Very warm morning to all. Good morning. The revered head of the department, Professor J.P. Jaideep, chief guest of today's program, Dr. A. Malarkodi from Presidency College, staff coordinator Subhashini, Dr. Subhashini and Angel Priya, faculties from PG and Research Department of Economics, and my dear student friends. The Department of Economics is a unique department in our institution where they conduct series of programs for the benefit of the students. Recently, from Japan, few students came to our institution and they had a discussion with our students and the faculty members and they went. Like that, there are a lot of unique programs conducted by the department, of which today you have a psychology. You know very well that in our day-to-day life, the emotion plays a very important role. Emotion in the sense, how to approach in a positive way during the stress. Each and every one will be having a stress, but during the stress, how you are going to overcome the stress is very important. That is the positive way. That is very difficult in the present scenario, that too in the students level. Myself and Jaideep as a disciplinary committee, we are able to see the lot of stress among the students pertaining to various environment, whether it is studies or whether it is home or whether it is relationship with others. They are facing lot of stress. Because of that, they start doing mistakes. That is the problem. What the stress will do is, one type of stress, what they will do, it will manage and it will go out. Suppose if you are not able to manage, that will make you to do some errors and mistakes. That mistakes and errors could not be solved at all in future. You have our own laws and rules and regulations. When you have a stress, you will be start avoiding that. You will be, because of the stress, you start doing some mistakes. Then, because of the stress, your communication will lose. You could not communicate what you want to tell to others. That is also will happen. And you could not overcome the challenges. So whatever the challenges it comes, you could not overcome. So all these things will happen when you do not have a proper stress management. When the emotional comes, where you have to apply the intelligence. If you apply the intelligence, what you will do, you will have 2-3 solutions, and if you select the right solution by overcoming the stress, and you will get a good response and you'll get a good future. This is very simple. That's why they have taken both emotional and intelligent. Always the intelligence plays a very important role, but some people, they started using the intelligence for the negative one. That is also a big problem. When you do some mistakes, if we do some enquiry, and during the enquiry the students will be very bright that denying that they have not done, and they will start telling that where is the proof, who did it, how would you know that, how can you know that. We know very well that students would have done some mistakes. We will be having a video proof and everything, will be having it. In spite of that, he will speak very intelligently. Slowly, when we put out everything, see your videos, see your photographs, see the statement given by your friends, and then what will happen? Then they will come out. But instead of that, as an intelligent, mistake is a mistake, always. Nobody is perfect. But how to come out of the mistake is very important, so that you have to use the intelligence where you have to tell that sorry or something and tell that this is the reason I did it, hereafter I will not follow. Whatever the punishment you give for this, you give it. Accept the punishment and recollect your emotion used, then you start your career. So this is a very wide area, these two topics. It could not be taught to you through lectures and other things, where you have to experience it. Only because of the experience, you can control the emotion, you can apply the intelligence in your day-to-day life. So the PG and Research Department is having a series of lectures like this. Even next in the month of first week of October, they are going to have a workshop for SPSS package. So such a good department you are all studying. Once upon a time, the students will be given economics for commerce. They will come for commerce, we will ask them to apply for economics, we will be giving the admissions. But in the present scenario, it is not like that, especially in shift 1. All the students are admitted because of the interest in the subject. I went to Hyderabad for ICFI University. I saw most of the professors from North India come from the economics department, or from the political science, or from the social science. So from this, the importance of economics in the world, in the country is more. Now you started thinking that the importance of the economics, and you are here in this department. Definitely this department will support you. You can prepare for TNPC, you can prepare for UPSC exams, you can do some data analytic in the economics, where you can use the system and you can analyze the economic in the share and other things. Almost you belong to a commerce. Even in commerce you need economics. Commerce could not survive without economics. So you have to use this subject, use this program effectively for your career. That is in your hands. You can go as a business analyst, you can go as a corporate analyst, you can go for various positions in a company as an economic student. What is very important, that is, you have to equip yourself, you have to train yourself, you have to make yourself to fit the industry. See the industry requirements, have a broad knowledge on the various domain. Don't stick on to a particular domain, have a broad knowledge on various domain. In various domain, how you can implement the economics, that is very important. To keep everything together, definitely you will be getting a good career. So with these few words, once again I like to congratulate the head of the department and this team for conducting today's program. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I request our principal to present our chief guest with a memento.
Economics management. என்ன சென்டென்ஸ் சொன்ன நீ? வா, என்ன சென்டென்ஸ் சொன்ன? என்ன சொன்ன? பிரசன்னா உடனே எங்க இருக்குன்னு பார்க்கணும்ல.
I request head of the department, Professor J.P. Jaideep sir, to honor our chief guest with a shawl. Now I I request P. Sonam from First MA Economics to introduce our chief guest.
Jai Shri Krishna. Not all of us can do great things, but we can do small things with great love. Today we have such a prominent personality, Dr. A. Malarkudi, who has done significant work in the field of psychology. We welcome you, ma'am. Dr. A. Malarkudi has served as assistant professor psychology for 9 years in Department of Psychology at Raj College for Women. She was trained in psychology from IED, University of Madras, Chennai. She completed her MPhil in psychology from Mother Teresa Women University, and she held a PG diploma in counseling and guidance. She conducts various training programs, self-esteem, study skills, and career assessment for students. She also conducted classes for remedial teachers programs, students learning with disability, personality trainings programs, police trainings. This is also a part of study skills and motivation theory programs, career guidance programs for 11th, 12th failed students organized by NSS, National Service Scheme, Department of Psychology, University of Madras. Currently, she is serving as an assistant professor of Department of Psychology in Presidency College. With this note, I hope we all learned something new and exciting for today's section. The journey is never end. There is always be a growth and improvement. Thank you for today's section.
Thank you, Sonam. The measure of intelligence is the ability to change, and feelings are something you have, not something you are. I would like to welcome our chief guest, Dr. A. Malarkodi, ma'am, to take over the session. Ma'am, please.
Good morning, one and all. Are you all excited for a session today? So how ready are you all? Full ready. Okay? Hope you'll stick by your word. Okay, so yeah, before we actually get the things ready, there are so many people talking about what you say, emotional intelligence, and also your intelligence. Okay, so any idea what's the difference between the two? Can you name anybody whom you think that is like really intelligent according to you? Okay. So can you just name few characteristics about him that you think that he makes him very intelligent? Please let it be an interactive session. So, not just him, if I would like to have another mic so that, and a volunteer also, please. Check. I would like you to pass it on to the person who answered. Anything is fine. Is this fine? I will go ahead like this. Otherwise, I would like.
Check.
Is this fine? Whatever I am talking, and am I audible to the people at the last also? Yeah, thank you. Okay, yes. The person whom you think is very intelligent. Yes, see, everybody has intelligence. Your answer is not at all wrong. But I just want you to tell me what characteristics do you think that makes him intelligent? Because everybody possesses something, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. What are the things that attracted him to you?
I think his calmness and
Okay.
and his presence of mind
Okay.
during a tough situation.
Okay, so he is very calm in handling situations and his presence of mind in each of those situations.
Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you. What about the others? Anybody else? Whom do you think are intelligent and some of the characteristics that you think a person who has intelligence possess? Anybody else? What about the people at the back? Want to say something? Hope it is not from economics, okay? So I'm not asking anything you from the subject. So I'm just asking you a basic question. People whom you think who are intelligent and the characteristics that you think that a person with intelligence possess. Yes, anybody else? No? People who are sleeping, please wake up. யாரும் இல்லையா சொல்றதுக்கு? What about the others? Anybody else? You don't know anybody who is very intelligent? Intelligent person யாருமே தெரியாதா?
However, it is sir.
Pardon?
However, it is sir.
Talabadi Vijay sir, okay. The characteristics that you think that makes him stand out as an intelligent person.
Yes, those session at they are good at those emotion, those speech.
Okay?
They are good speech in the all lunch, in the stage, in all the movies, in all the lunch.
Okay. He's good at his speech when he
Yes.
comes on stage. Good. Okay, thank you. Okay, the others, anybody else?
Sailendra Babu IPS is an intelligence police officer.
Okay,
He is have brilliant many futures.
okay. So, those standout characteristics.
His character is very, very important for many students, civil
Okay.
service students.
So that is what? What is that characteristic that you think that the student should see in him?
Motivator. He is a motivated
Okay,
student.
he's a good motivator,
Motivator and great speaker.
great orator. Okay,
That's all.
good. Okay, yes. So that's about people who are intelligent. There are so many others, right? Okay, so coming to the next question, people who are good at handling their emotions. Could you name a few of them that you know that who are good at handling emotions? Dhoni. Okay, Dhoni, because he's given one of the characteristic as an intelligent one also, like saying that he knows to stay calm at all situation. Okay, the others. The others who are good at handling emotions. What about why is so much of unrest behind?
Virat Kohli, sir.
Virat Kohli. Okay,
King
so
Kohli,
yes.
sir.
Pardon?
King Kohli.
Okay, what is that emotional characteristic that is stand out for him?
Good cricket player. Forces, good speech, all of this.
Okay, many of his characteristics are good.
Virat Kohli, sir. Rohit Sharma, sir. Suresh Raina, sir.
Okay. Oh, everybody from the cricket field are good at handling emotions. Okay.
cricket-
Any other field?
Cricket and cinema field.
Any other field?
Cinema field.
Yeah. Should I switch this off?
Cinema field. What?
Okay. Anybody else? So,
Cinema field.
okay.
Cinema field and cricket player.
Okay, these are the two fields people, you have seen people who are very
Most intelligent people.
Okay, the other fields you have not seen. The other fields there is no one who is very emotionally intelligent. Please, Yuvraj, come on. Let me see. What else you have got off? Yes, Yuvraj, please stand up. Yuvraj is not ready to answer.
Anybody else from the other fields that you could? Okay, so yes, why do you think he's emotionally intelligent, or you want to answer the first question or the second one? Okay, so what makes him really emotionally intelligent? Okay. Okay. Okay, so he's controlling his emotions, although he might have what you say, because, and still he's sticking on to what his focus is. Okay, good. Okay, yes. What is this, what I'm holding in my hand? Gift box, okay? There's something inside this, right? So what I will do is, I'll just pass it on to you all, okay? You all can touch it, feel it, but you cannot unwrap it. But you will have to guess what would be inside this. Okay? You all can touch it, feel it, shake it and see it, but you will have to, you cannot unwrap the gift box. You will have to tell me what could be inside that. Plastic, okay. What in plastic? Some toy, okay. It's supposed to be in a round shape, okay. Okay, you can touch it, feel it. You can listen to the sound that it makes and guess that what would be inside, but you cannot unwrap it. என்ன இருக்கு அதுக்குள்ளன்னு you will have to guess. Tile. Dice, okay.
டைஸ் தான் மேம்.
Dice தான். Okay. So ரெண்டு பேர் dice னு vote பண்ணிருக்காங்க. ஒருத்தவங்க some plastic toy. A little more quickly so that we'll have little more time for the presentation.
Some toys.
A toy.
Some toys.
Some toy, okay. எல்லாரையும் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் முழிக்க வைப்போம் அதுக்கப்புறம் கிளாஸ் எடுப்போம். Could you please quickly pass it on?
ஏய் முன்னாடி பாத்து அத கூட வாங்கு.
Any other guesses apart from dice, plastic toy, a rubber eraser? Okay.
வாடா. டக்குனு குடுக்குங்கடா.
Yes, quickly. Quickly pass it on.
ஏய் அந்த இருக்குடா.
So it's not an empty box, right? Not an empty box. use a mic to tell what it is? Ennava? What is it? Another box inside a box. Okay.
வந்துருக்கு பின்னாடி வந்துட்டு இருக்கு வருது வருது பைக்
Any guesses? A stone. Okay. Precious stone? No. Just a pebble. Okay.
அவளே சொல்லிட்டாங்க ஓடுன்னு சொல்றீங்க ஆஃப் பண்ணுன்னு சொல்றீங்க யாரா இங்க ஏய் இருடா அங்க வந்துட்டு இருக்குல்ல அது வர்றதுக்கு
Any creative guesses? Ring. Okay, a finger ring. Okay. Yeah, okay. We'll come to that later, but see, you can make wild guesses, right? See, that's boxes so much, and something should be inside because you can hear it, something moving inside. So you can make those guesses what all that could, as you all said, it could be a ring, it could be a plastic toy, it could be a pebble, a small ball. Okay. Your name, please? Janvi. Janvi will answer my last question. What about the others? What are your guesses? So could you just make it a little more quick? Yuvraj? What is it, Yuvraj? Something inside. What is that something? Chalk. Okay. Chocolate. Okay.
டுவெல் அந்த மாதிரி டுவெல்
Yes. What was that funny answer? Could we also hear to it?
சரி பார்த்துக்கிறேன் எனக்கு இதுக்கு கேட்கறது டிபார்ட்மெண்ட் நம்பர் ஹெச்ஓடி நம்பர் அவர் தான் மெயின் இருக்குடா பின்னாடி வந்துட்டுக்கடா இருடா அது என்ன டைஸ் ஆகுது
What's the answer, ma? Guess. That's a box. Inside another box. Okay. Okay.
கொடு கொடு
If everybody has made their guesses, could I have the box, please?
இது பண்ணுறேன் சீக்கிரம் பண்ணி விடுங்க கேட்குறாங்க
Even your staff members can participate. All that you have to do is make a wild guess of what could be inside the box. Considering the weight of the box and the object that could be placed inside.
பாக்ஸை கொடுங்க டக்குன்னு சீக்கிரம் அவங்க கேட்குறாங்க இவன் ஒருத்தன்
Mm.
சரி.
Matchbox. With empty matchbox. No. It, okay, a square kind of another box or something. Okay. Matchbox, okay. So if you all are done guessing, you can return the box to me. We'll come to this later. It can wait. Okay. சொல்லலாம் அந்த கியூரியாசிட்டியை கடைசி வரைக்கும் கொஞ்சம் மெயின்டைன் பண்ணுவோம். Okay? So yes. So the first slide says the difference between intelligence, okay, IQ and EQ. Okay, so when we talk about intelligence, so there are many people who come to our mind who are quite successful when we talk about their intelligence level, right? So you think that people who are excelling in their fields are people who are with good intelligence, that they have a good amount of intelligence to be successful. Okay, so when you talk about this intelligence, like, could you roughly tell me what intelligence means to you? So far I had asked a question, who is the person and what the characteristics are, but now I want you all to answer, what do you think intelligence is? The person who's with the handkerchief on his face, could you please answer? Yes? Could you please hand over the mic to him?
So yes.
Yes, please. Chalunga, stand up. Your name, please. Introduce yourself and answer the question. What's your name?
Surya.
Surya. Yes, Surya. Huh? Chalunga. According to you, what do you mean by intelligence? What do you mean by intelligence? Answer something. Intelligence என்ன?
Knowledge, ma'am.
Knowledge. Knowledge about what? You're not wrong. If it is knowledge about what?
IQ.
அதாவது full form abbreviationலாம் கேட்கல. What do you mean by intelligence?
Understanding.
Understanding what? Knowledge and understanding. Okay, that's according to you. So, others, it's not, yeah, you could please give back the mic if you're not answering. Okay, so you're talking about, when talking about intelligence, we are talking that, as you said, you have to possess about some knowledge about something, okay? And the knowledge that you possess, you have to have a complete understanding about it, right? So when we talk about intelligence, it is something which makes you more adaptable to the society, right? If you see people who are intelligent are well adapted to the society. They are much more able to get along with the other people. But to get along with the other people, there's something else which is much more important, because so long we have been thinking that if a person possesses a good amount of intelligence, okay, but actually it is just measured by a standardized test which gives you a score. But what makes you unique and more people oriented is this part which is called as your emotional intelligence. That's why there's a lot of shift from just being intelligent to being emotionally intelligent, and even also, more importantly these days, social intelligence. Okay, so there's going to be a shift from all these three things. It's not just that you are able to, what is your chronological age and your mental age is going to match and give you a score. No, that is just intelligence score. But apart from that, there are a lot of other skills that you really need to put in effort so that you will be much more successful in life. Okay, so in simple words, when you talk about intelligence, there are 4 concepts there. Okay, one, you perceive. Okay, the next one is use. The third one is understand and then manage. What do you mean by perceive? What do you mean by perception? What is this? What is this? A pointer. Okay, so what is it used for? To point the PowerPoint presentation. Okay? Did you perceive this as anything else? No. Okay? So you have perceived it right, so your answer is right. Right? Okay? So whatever you take, okay, you have to perceive it right. Even the emotions that you see in yourself and others, what we need to do is we need to actually perceive it right. Okay? When your perception about a certain thing is right, you'll be able to use it well. Okay? So if my emotions, so how are you all feeling today, this morning? Energetic, boring, exam. Okay, exam is over, right? Tomorrow do you have another exam? Sunday? No. So excited about your exams are over by this weekend so that you have another day to enjoy? How positive, how optimistic are you? Last exam inniki? Excited about it? Yes? What is done? I'm not asking how did you do your exams and all. Excited about tomorrow? Okay? So whenever you are using any emotion, see to that you perceive it right, use it correctly, understand it well, so that you will be able to manage your emotions well. Okay, so that you don't dwell on your past for a longer time, so that it doesn't keep haunting you. Okay, so your main 2 things, to recognize and understand emotions in yourself and others. Why it is said that you have to understand your own emotions and then the others. How good are you at assessing your emotions, or what you say, perceiving your emotions? And there's a Google form which was prepared. Could someone help me out in that? There's a Google form. Could you all just like fill the first form of it? There was a Google form. Okay, it's about an activity. I want you all to just open out the first one, okay, activity, which says activity number 1, and just fill it. Was that link passed on to you all? No. Okay. Yeah, sure. Take your time. Okay. Okay, so meanwhile, the components of EI, okay, the components of emotional intelligence. Okay, so when we talk about, how many of you all, see, if I'm going to talk about the author and their history, I'm sure many of you all might not be so very interested. We'll come to the content of what they have spoken, okay? So when we talk about this emotional intelligence, there are basically 2 main components, okay, 2 categories. One is called as personal competence and the second one is your social competence. Okay, personal competence has 2 components to it, which talks about self-awareness. Okay, so my earlier question also, how much are you all aware of your feelings? How much you will be able to express your feelings, like how are you feeling right now, this moment? You all can be very absolutely honest and frank about your feelings. If the lecture is boring, you could please stand up and say that also. And if it is the other way, you can also share your feelings. But all I want you all to do is take the courage, stand up and say what you are feeling honestly right now at this moment. Enough of talking amongst yourself. Could anybody please be more interactive? How are you all feeling this morning? Hungry? Okay. Okay. So how did you know that you're feeling hungry? Definitely, see, all those makes meaning because we are talking about perceiving the feeling rightly. So you have a sound where? In your tummy, okay? So what kind of a feeling is that? So that's how you know that you are hungry. You are doubly sure that you are hungry? Yes, okay, good. Okay, so how else can you identify your emotions? See, you're hungry, you have told. What else are you all feeling right now? Feeling cold, okay? Why do you say you're feeling cold? AC is on, okay? That's an external thing. Why do you feel that you are feeling cold? If there's an AC in a room, you don't feel cold. Why are you feeling cold? Why are you feeling cold? Try being more expressive about your own selves. Think, yeah, you are not unable to, what you say, bear the temperature, right? So probably there are few people who are feeling still hot with the AC on. Yes? Okay, so you are feeling cold because your body is unable to, what you say, manage that temperature. What else? How else are you going to be like expressing yourself? What else is your feeling? What else is your feeling right now? Some people are hungry, some people are feeling cold. What are the others feeling? What are the rest of the others feeling? Enema? What is it? Sorry, I couldn't hear you. Could you repeat it? What else are you all feeling? ஒருத்தருக்கு ஒரு ஃபீலிங் இல்லை. Huh? You are feeling happy. Happy about what? The speech. Okay. What is that you are enjoying about the speech? IQ. You had spoken something. I had spoken something about IQ. Okay. The others, the rest of them. The rest of them. What other feelings do this pack of audience feel right now? What else are you all feeling? ஒன்றும் கிடையாது. With your, what you say, right hand, could you all just like feel your left arm and give a small pinch? Paining. Apada. Everybody is alive. Okay, and I'm happy about it. You all are feeling the pain? Okay, so what happens? Whenever you feel, you have to recognize that feeling so that you have a complete understanding of it. So once I feel that, okay, in feeling, will I be able to recognize the feeling in the others? So Valicha enna pannanga? When you pinched yourself, what was your expression on your face? What was the expression on your face? Or sound, you said and there's pain, is it? Okay, what else? What else? Ayyo valikidena sonningla. Okay. So there was a verbal expression also. Then there's a non-verbal expression of what. So when you are going to be, what you say, understanding the emotions fully well, you are able to be more aware of what is going inside of you. Okay? So when you are aware of it, there's complete self-awareness. And then when you are completely aware of what is happening inside of you, you are good at managing it. Okay? So what will you do when it pains? You pinched yourself. Imagine you pinched yourself really hard. What will you do? கை எடுத்துருவீங்க. அப்புறம் true, that is what. See, நான் வந்து எதுவும் புதுசா என்ன கேட்கல. What is happening to you? என்ன பண்ணுவீங்க? அவ்வளவுதான் நான் கேட்கிறேன். As simple as that. Okay? So when you feel something, what is the thing? How do you respond to it also? Okay, so that is your basically your self-management. When you are aware about your own self and you are able to manage yourself, will you be going on to the next level of your social competence of understanding the emotions of the others and also able to be good at relationship management also. How many friends? Who's the most richest person in this room? Not in terms of your wealth and money. புகழ்லாம் இல்ல, உங்களோட friends, friendship goals. Okay. Confident, can anybody raise your hand and say that, yeah, I am the most richest person because I've got good friends. And I'm very good at handling people. இருக்கா இல்லையா? இல்ல முஸ்தபா பாட்டுக்கு ஃபேவர்ல ஆடினா மட்டும் பத்தாது. You should really feel that you have good friends in your life. Yes, confidently you could say that you are not here. I'm not asking about here, there, no. If you can confidently raise your hand and say that, yes, I'm proud I have good friends and I am very happy about it. Okay, so yes, so what are the, could you just pass a mic to her? Yeah. I want you all to tell me what would be tips on how to have good friends and how to manage that. என்னம்மா சாங்கா கடைசியா நமக்கு எனக்கு gift அல்ல. The memento I want to take from here will be her song, but before that she will give us relationship tips. என்ன சொல்லணும்னா நீங்க எந்த காரணத்துக்காக கான்ஃபிடென்ட்டா கையை தூக்கினீங்களோ அந்த காரணங்களை சொல்லணும்.
Ma'am, like அவங்க இங்க இல்ல, we're like long distance, அவங்க வேற எங்க இருக்காங்க, but still it's all same. So எந்த டிஃபரன்ஸும் இல்ல.
It doesn't make any difference on your
no, it's like we're not in a different city.
Okay.
But then the friendship is still same.
Okay.
How it was before, it's the same now.
Okay.
So yeah, I can confidently tell I have the best friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is that you see in your friends? That is, what are the good things that you see in your friends?
Ma'am, so they're always there for your support, to have your back.
Okay.
They encourage you to like do more things. They don't talk bad behind your back.
Okay.
And there's no negativity. Yeah.
Good.
So yeah, all these.
Good.
Stay quiet.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. So you're a blessed person.
Yes.
So, in case if I'm going to be contacting one of your friend who is not in this city,
Yes.
would they be able to say the same thing what you had told about them?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, they can't be without me. I can't be without them.
Okay. Good. Good. Okay. So, these are the few things that you would see has. Can I have your attention back? Thank you. Your name, please?
I'm Diksha.
Diksha. Thank you, Diksha. Please have your seat. Okay. So could each of you all, like how Diksha had shared her experience about her friendship, could you all also like be confident about of understanding and say that yes, I had stood for my friends and my friends are there for me? Yes? Yes? Good. Okay. And meanwhile, if the Google circulated. Okay. Could you all just like, what do you say? Fill that form first. The first one. The first part of the exercise. I guess all are actually filling up the Google form. Yes? Okay. If you all have opened the Google form, you could find 12 different feelings that has been listed. Yes? Yes or no? Okay. So what you're supposed to be doing is, each of those 12 listed feelings, on a scale of say 1 to 5, where 1 stands for I can express easily and completely in any situation, and 5, I cannot express this emotion. Say for example, if the first emotion is caring, so if you're really good at it, okay, then you will mark on 1. If you are unable to express your feeling for the same feeling, okay, you will mark on 5, okay. So in between is the range. So could you all quickly fill that form, the first one? When you're done, please do let me know. I trust everybody is actually filling up the form. Yes? If you're done, please do raise your hand. Yes? Good? So if you could quickly do it, I will appreciate that. Okay, so these are the feelings that is listed. Caring, concern, third one depression, fourth one anger, fifth one disappointment, 6 excitement, 7 love, 8 sadness, 9 fear, 10 tension, 11 hurt, the 12th one pride. So on a scale of say 1 to 5, you have to just mark. Are you all done? Yes? Yes? Okay. So out of the 12 that is 12 feelings that's listed, which is the most easiest feeling for you all to express? எது ஈஸிமா எக்ஸ்பிரஸ் பண்றதுக்கு? கேரிங்கா, கன்சர்னா, டிப்ரெஷனா, ஆங்கரா, டிசப்பாயின்மெண்டா, எக்ஸைட்மெண்டா, லவ்வா, சேட்னஸா, ஃபியரா, டென்ஷனா, ஹர்ட்டா, ப்ரைடா? Which is the most easiest for you all to identify the feeling that is easiest for you all to express? Identify one feeling and each of you all I want you all to answer. கிளாஸுக்கும் இப்படி தான் இருப்போம். வெளியிலேருந்து வந்து பேசினாலும் out of the topic also will be the same. I would appreciate if you all are much more participative. Okay, quickly, could you all name one of the feeling that is easiest for you all to express? Excitement. Okay. One of the difficult ones that your love is your most difficult one to express. Okay, good. Good. Okay, excitement is the most easiest and love is the most difficult expression to express. Okay, moving on to the next one. So, how much are you all able to know your emotions? I'm sure many of you all would have seen this movie Inside Out. Did you all like the movie? Did it make, what you say, did it make any sense, the movie? Yes? Or movie mattum paakama, it is all about yourself, right? So here also what I'm trying to say is, see, whatever activity you would have done, it's not magic, okay? So all what we're going to be doing is, it's not going to be magic that, okay, at the end of this session when you're going to leave this room, you all are going to be more emotionally intelligent. No. You need a lot of effort from your side. Okay? Saapidla aprama. Okay, so you can actually, when you're going to be leaving this room, it's not going to be magic that you're going to be emotionally intelligent and be more successful. But yes, if you all are going to make an effort to practice things, then definitely you can make a change. Okay? You will see a change. Okay? So yes. So when we're talking about the first one, which is knowing one's emotion, the most important is your self-awareness of how much you are able to identify. Okay, so there are just 12 that has been listed in this list. Okay, but that doesn't stop there. There are much more other feelings, but try and identify how much of these feelings you are able to express well, and why there are certain feelings that you are unable to express. Okay, so yeah, so because what is more important is recognizing a feeling, okay, that you will be able to be more good at being emotionally intelligent. Okay, the second one is your managing emotions. So we all know that we are at the right given moment itself, you are bombarded with lot of other feelings also. Yes, many are feeling sleepy. Yes, many are feeling really hungry, irritated, frustrated, angry, bored. Correct? Am I listing it out? Yes, I'm able to identify the feelings of others. Yes, okay. So how good are you at feeling, able to understand and tell what am I feeling right now? What would be my mindset right now? Disappointed. Okay, then what else? Nervous. Okay, then what else? I'm excited. Excited about meeting a great crowd. Okay. Disappointed about how the crowd is reacting to me. Okay. Nervous about meeting a set of people who are so disinterested in my lecture. Should I take it that way? Should I take it that way? Are you all right in identifying my feelings? Yes? 100%? No. Okay? So what happens is the second step is like how much good are you managing at these emotions. So once identify your feelings, you should not suppress it. That's why I wanted you all to be really very honest, even if it's going to be boring, to tell it on my face that if the class is boring, yes, it is boring, okay? So what we are going to be doing is, when we are identifying these feelings, you will have to not suppress it. Have you all heard of the term suppression? Yes? What do you mean by suppressing? Okay? If you are going to press a ball inside a bucket of water, what will it do? It will come up. Okay? So what happens, this is what we are always doing in our life. Okay? So every feeling that comes, we are not honest about actually revealing it to the other person, or even bringing it to our own awareness what that feeling is. So every time we keep, suppressing the feeling. Okay? And there are other feelings that you are, when you're talking about suppression, it is something which you're doing consciously. Okay? When I don't want that particular feeling to rise up, I consciously suppress it. But there are a lot of feelings in your life which happens, okay, the other process which is called as repression, okay, where you're going to be unconsciously, it doesn't come to your mind. Things that are haunting from your past. Okay, you don't want it to bring it to your awareness. It is there somewhere in your unconscious mind. Okay, so there are so many things that you are actually repressing and suppressing. So when we are going to be identifying what are the feelings that we are repressing and suppressing, half the well is crossed. Okay. Okay, so recognizing emotions in others. So only if we are able to identify what is going on inside of us, will we be able to even say that somebody, how many of the times you are able to see your friend's face and say, are you okay? Are you okay, baby? எத்தனை வாட்டி கேட்டிருக்கீங்க? How many of y'all are able to, just by seeing the face of your friend, able to identify whether that person is having a bad day? Or at least like ask them, are you okay today? கேட்டிருக்கீங்களா? வாடா மச்சான் டீ சாப்பிட போலாம் அவ்வளவுதான் இல்ல okay so it's not about that okay so how many of the times you would have made a difference when this small word okay these 3-letter words would have made a difference are you okay many a times you wish that many of them had come and asked you that because if you are having a bad day if somebody had come and asked you are you okay today how much you would have wanted the shoulder to cry on right so it is very necessary that we also recognize the emotions in the others okay so if we are able to do that we would be much better off in handling relationships and we would also like Diksha be very confident about telling like how good or what proud moment you have to share to tell the whole world that what nice set of friends you have okay so the cost of denying emotions okay so what would happen if you're going to be constantly doing this to you constantly you're going to be doing this to yourself what would be the result of it because all of you all have agreed in the class many of you all were not honest about revealing what is exactly going on in your mind right now okay so consciously and unconsciously we are trying to all the time either indulge in suppression or repression of our feelings so if you're constantly going to be denying yourself of your emotions what would happen to you all ஆமா அப்படியா emotions வந்து ரொம்ப ஜாஸ்தியாச்சுன்னா emotions okay so economics what do you mean by a debt கடனா translation கேட்டனா what do you mean by a debt what do you mean by a debt financial debt கடன் okay நல்லா இருக்குமா financial debt நல்லதா கெட்டதா ஃபைனான்ஷியல் டெட் நல்லதுக்கு யூஸ் பண்ணா நல்லதா ஃபினான்ஷியல் ரோல் loan okay so during your debts you can get a loan and what you say make it all right what do we mean by a debt because we are talking about something called as like what you would deal in your what you say financial debt likewise we are going to be talking about something called as your emotional debt okay so what is a debt can one of you all read it out loud for me please do what is written there
Emotional debt, a tension of imbalance in which feelings are attached instead of expressed.
okay
Aspecting and learning to handle and express emotions are the marks of maturity.
thank you your name please
Nangarajan Api.
Thank you,
22D3020.
yes I didn't get the last word
22D3020.
oh, okay thank you Rangaraj okay so when we talk about this emotional debt what we are going to be talking about see when do you have a financial debt ஆனா திருப்பி கடக்கும்போது கஷ்டமா இருக்குமா okay so but emotional intelligence la or emotional debt la see when you're going to be having an imbalance of feelings trapped inside of you without being expressed okay so அப்ப காசு வந்து வச்சிருந்து கொடுத்து கடனை சரி செஞ்சிட முடிஞ்சதுன்னா it's easy but you don't have that money to actually make it all right so what happens is when you're going to be actually always denying your emotions this is where you're going to be landing up okay you will be landing up in an emotional debt where you feel that all these emotions are trapped inside of you and not being able to express it freely to the other person okay so when you are able to actually express your feelings you are going to be much more emotionally mature okay just coming off your age at 18 being able to vote and choose your leader. No, this is not your maturity. We are talking about emotional maturity where you are able to handle yourselves very well so that you would be seeing that somebody would be voting for you and electing you as the president. Okay, so that is what we are actually aiming. Okay, so the criteria for emotional maturity. So when we talk about being emotionally mature, it is going to be someone who is able to constructively deal with reality, okay? So every time you are able to be in touch with the reality. Unga kana ulahathla illa, it's not in your own world that you're going to be living in. You're going to be constructively dealing with your reality so that every day, day in and day out, there are so many things happening in and around you. So you are going to be more connected to that reality. Okay, then having relative freedom from symptoms that produce tensions. So more you're going to be suppressing your emotions, that's going to have a toll on your mental health. So if you're going to be calling yourself mentally, you're going to have a good mental health or a mental well-being, you should be free from all those anxieties and stress. This morning when your principal was addressing, he was talking about what the students are facing. So most of the things they were, boiling down to one particular cause, which they said was stress, okay? So if you're going to be having all these tensions and anxieties, which is going to be lingering in you, these are the things that's going to be manifesting in other ways that will make you indulge in things that are wrong. Okay? So if you're going to be emotionally mature, you will be, Dhoni was one person who is able to be, live at the moment and able to handle those situations, okay? The current present situation very well. Okay? He keeps calm and always handles things with a good presence of mind. So that is why is he able to do that? Why is he able to do that? Can we call that he is emotionally mature? Yes, because he is able to be free from all anxieties that would cloud your mind from making the wrong decisions. Instead of which, if you are free from all those anxieties and tensions, every decision that you're going to be making could be right. Okay? The next one is you are more satisfied. Because you are more satisfied with your own self, it is going to be having a spillover effect of being more helpful to others. Okay? And the next one is you are going to have creative outlets. We are not going to promise a life that is without any challenges, without any worries, without any problems. No. Nobody is promising you a bed of roses. So we all know that life is full of challenges, but if you're going to make a creative outlet for those wrong or negative emotions in a creative way, it is going to give you much more lesser burden or baggage to carry. Okay? And you will have more capacity to love. Person who said that's difficult to love, maybe you should be practicing certain things. Okay? So the guidelines for dealing with your emotions, first thing, you have to listen to your body. I asked you all a question. When you said you all are hungry, what did it make to know or identify whether you're feeling hungry or feeling cold, okay? So that's where you have to understand or listen to your physiological responses. You all told that probably I am nervous right now. Maybe my body language could have conveyed that to you. Likewise, when he told that you're hungry because your tummy is making a noise, okay? You're feeling cold because your skin is actually becoming numb in the extremities and feeling really cold. So all those are called as your physiological changes that is happening inside your body. So whenever any feeling is happening, there is also something which is happening physiologically also. How many times when you wanted to go say, express your love that you are stuck for words, felt really very nervous, sweating? It happens, right? So what happens is you will have to identify the physiological changes also, because sometimes that would be the clues for identifying your emotions. Okay? Yes?
The next one is identify those feelings. So when we are going to be labeling, okay, so we are understanding that our tummy is making a noise, okay, yes, it could be hungry. So what happens is you have to label those feelings. So every time when you label, you actually are in more touch with that feeling, okay? The more closer in identifying it. Instead of always moving away from it, go closer to it and try and identify what those feelings are. And every time you are identifying the feelings, also try to personalize it. How many times you have always wanted, in whatever gifts that you are giving, you wanted your personal touch, right? என்ன பண்ணுவீங்க personalized gift கொடுத்து பழகிருக்கீங்களா? Do you have personalized gifts? Have you received personalized gifts? The best personalized gift that you have received? Yes? And the best personalized gift that you think that you have gifted your loved one? என்ன பண்ணிருக்கீங்க? You are using what? எந்த personalized gift? Okay, so this gifted by somebody. Okay. So what happens is, like when you are talking about these emotions, also try and personalize your feelings also, because it is something which you are feeling and you are the best ones who would be able to describe what it is. Okay, nobody can say that, oh, you are feeling, your face is dull, so you are feeling sad. Yes, they can recognize that to an extent, but unless you are going to label your feelings, nobody is going to do it better than you. The next one is, whenever you are feeling something, own it. Don't try and run away from that. Always try and own your feeling so that you will be able to be better off in identifying them. Okay? And these are some few tips that whenever you are, what you are not supposed to be doing also. So the choice is always yours, okay? You have to take what you need, and also keep it in mind that whenever you are making those choices, be aware of what you are feeling right inside you, so that you do not promise when you are happy, don't reply when you are angry, and do not decide when you are sad, okay? Because those things can lead to wrong decisions. Okay, so always what you need to keep in mind is, these are a few guidelines that you need to follow to have a better emotional intelligence. Okay, so the timing and appropriateness of place. Okay, so wherever or whatever you are trying to convey, it's not about just what you say, just because I am feeling something right now, okay, I cannot blurt it out just like that, okay? I'll have to see to that also, how much it's going to make a difference, okay? So I have to also choose the appropriate place and time of expressing what it is. So when somebody else is, like say, in a heated argument between two people, okay, you cannot just say everything that comes to your mind to them. Maybe you're going to be breaking that relationship itself, okay? So you will have to be appropriate in your timing of what you're going to be conveying and when and how. The next one is, of how much emotion are you going to be expressing. So you have to also have an intensity check of how you're going to be expressing your emotion. And because see, it's not going to be that day you're going to finish it off and no more you're going to see that person's face. No. See, there are people whom you see again and again. Okay, you're going to be meeting them again and again. So it doesn't mean that it is a one-day affair and with that you're going to be getting over with that person. So you have to be always on your intensity check also on how much emotions are you going to be expressing and what that relationship means to you. Okay, so it is not about doing away with a person. Okay, so you have to keep a check on what that relationship means to you and how much are you going to be getting back to them, so that you don't be really harsh or rude to them. Okay, so you have to keep in mind the appropriateness and the intensity check also, so that you do not hurt another person. That's not our intention. We only want to convey what we are feeling and not about hurting the other person. Okay, and when we are talking about these words and mannerisms also, you will have to be very cautious on what body language and the choice of words that you're going to be using to convey what you're feeling. And also recognize the difference between feeling and acting. So everything that comes to your mind, okay, there are many times you wish that you are not sitting in this class, okay, this room. Correcta? Yes? How many of you all feel right now this thing? Okay, what are you feeling? How many of you all want to leave this room right now? Yes? Okay, I noticed that. Okay, so yes, so you want to leave, but probably you cannot act on it. You are having your teachers monitoring you all. Okay, so you all cannot just leave the room. So your attendance is taken, so you have to stay back till the end. So everything that you're feeling need not necessarily be acted upon. You have to see the appropriateness of it and then only probably act on it. Okay? And the suggestions to choose indirect ways to express yourself. So always see to that people, that's why I asked you all, how rich are you all in your relationships? Okay, so when you have the right person to ventilate or share your feelings on the trusted person, it is much more easier. Just excuse me. Okay, so you can ventilate or share your feelings with someone you trust. And also see to that you choose some type of physical or creative activities to release your pent-up emotions. Excuse. So there are times when you had really had a bad fight that you had won a game after that. நிறைய படத்துல வந்து they will just like unnecessarily in the climax of what you say, what was that movie? Vijay fans இருக்கீங்க இல்லையா? So what was that movie where he Singapenni padam, what is that? He used to actually scold the person, and she used to play well and win the game. There are certain times what happens is we have to see to that you release that energy also. There are times when those emotions had a strong feeling on the way you are going to be acting upon it. Okay, so you have to see to that those pent up emotions, whatever that, what you say, at the end of the day she knows that it was for her good, okay, but that anger that somebody had told that she is not good at it, she was able to release it in that game which led to the goal. Okay, so likewise we can also choose certain physical activities which will help you to release that pent-up energy so that it becomes much more in a positive way that you are releasing that feelings. Okay, and also work to maintain a positive and realistic perspective of the situation, and always try to have a sense of humor also when whatever you are doing. And about benefits of expressing yourself, you will have a positive feeling about yourself. When you have, what you say, always conveyed your feeling rightly to the right person, you would have a sense of feeling, right? Correctana vishayatha correcta solitamna, do you have that satisfaction, sense of satisfaction? Have you never felt that? நான் சொல்ல வேண்டியதை கரெக்டாக இன்னொருத்தவங்கிட்ட கன்வே பண்ணிட்டேன்னா அப்பாடா அப்படின்னு ஒரு ஃபீலிங் இருக்குமா இல்லையா? So that's what they were talking about. So when you are conveying your feelings rightly, you develop a positive feeling about your own self, that you are not faking, but you are real. Okay? Then your relationships also will grow stronger than with people who are faking their feelings. And the last one is, it also relieves you of the pressure. Okay? So if you're going to be actually building yourself with these emotions, that is especially the negative ones, without being expressed, it's also going to be taking you to other psychological, I won't say disorders, but there are some kind of psychological pressures that will actually, like your fatigue or annoyance and all those things, which is going to be not leading you in the right direction. So it will at least free you from that pressure. Okay? So yes, with this, I'm just completing my session. Thank you. There are three more activities in that Google form. I would appreciate if all of y'all could finish the entire activity. Okay, it is not for my benefit, it is for your benefit. And if you could actually, understand it and do it, it would be really nice. Okay, and finally coming back to this gift. Yes? Huh? Finally coming back to this gift. So, this is just a representation of your own self. Okay? So, all of us are like this unwrapped gift sent from God. Okay? So, it's beautifully wrapped and all of us are sent. Okay? But unless you're going to open it and see what it is inside, you're not going to enjoy the life. Okay? So, whenever you are going to unwrap that feeling, okay, and recognize it and understand it and identify that feeling, you will not know what is inside. You're going to remain like this, a mystery to your own self and to the others. So nobody wants to put up with a mystery for a longer time. In under 1 hour of class, you all could wait, but many of you all wanted to, are you really curious to know what it is? But if you have to do that, you have to actually unlock and unwrap your own selves to see your feelings. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your valuable words. I'm sure that students will have learned some new psychological technique, and it is very much useful for us to balance emotional and intelligent aspects of our life. Thank you, ma'am, for a wonderful session. Now the forum is open for question and answer session. எல்லாம் பேசிட்டு இருக்காங்க.
Yeah, I would appreciate and take few questions. So if you have any questions, please do ask.
Pardon?
What's inside the box, is it? Yeah. As I told you all have to unwrap it because, yes, you've unwrapped your feelings. I would have appreciated that if you would have come out in that session where you had honestly shared your feelings. Because It's about that curiosity remains till the end. Okay? So we all are that beautiful boxes which are wrapped and sent from God. But the whole process of your life is to unwrap it and know what is inside. Each of you all, if you open it, you will identify what you are inside of it. It's not about what I had packed it inside that box. Okay? But it's about you unwrapping and knowing what is inside of you all. Okay? So in that process, I would appreciate if each of you all are going to be doing this. Okay, that would be your take-home message. Nothing more than from this 1 hour of lecture. Only that box is my message. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Every success is celebrated with speech. Similarly, every successful event is to be celebrated with a thanking address. So I request Soumya from 3rd BA Economics to propose the vote of thanks.
It's not the strongest of the species that survives, not the most intelligent, but the most responsive to change, Charles Darwin. As we express our gratitude, we must forget that the highest appreciation is not the utter words, but to live by them. First of all, I'd like to extend my special gratitude to the resource person of the day, Dr. A. Malakodi ma'am, for being a part of this emotional quotient, which is intelligent quotient, skill training program in spite of her busy schedule. Thank you, ma'am. You have taught us balancing with our emotional feelings with our peer groups. Most inspiring was listen to the body. If we listen accordingly, we cannot able to balance all the situations free from stress. I thank our principal, Captain S. Santosh Babu sir, for permitting us to conduct this program and giving a constant support. My sincere thanks to Professor J.P. Jaidip, Head of PG and Research Department of Economics, for inspiring us and encouraging us to take part in this psychological skill training program. And I like to thank Dr. Subhashri ma'am and Ms. Angel Priya ma'am for support and guidelines. I like to thank all the faculty members of our department for attending this program and supporting us. I like to thank Professor P. Sriraj for technical support and Mr. Manoj from 3rd BA for posting our event in social media. I like to extend our sincere thanks to the college Viscom department for the coverage of the program and sound arrangement, Mr. Kumaran. Final thanks to the students who are major part of this session. You all made this session a grand one. Thank you.
Thank you, Soumya. All of you kindly rise for national anthem.